Hi, I'm Mark King, Investment Editor at Columbia Threadneedle Investments, and here's what's in my weekly column. The votes for the UK referendum on EU membership have been counted, and Britons have chosen to leave the EU, with the Leave vote getting 52% versus 48% for Remain. Clearly, after months of strong campaigning and news saturation, some people will be breathing a huge sigh of relief that the referendum is finally over. But investors and markets are clearly feeling less sanguine today as they digest the economic impacts of a Leave vote. European stock markets have fallen sharply. The UK's flagship index of leading companies, the FTSE 100, of course led the charge, with stock markets across Europe following suit. It's likely that the companies that were sold heavily amid fears the UK would leave the EU, such as financials and banks in particular, as well as companies with UK domestic earnings, will continue to underperform. Sterling has fallen to its lowest level since 1985. Longer term, the true impacts of us leaving the EU are difficult to forecast. What we do know is that we can expect negotiations to take 2 years at least, as politicians negotiate a withdrawal agreement. During this time, we might expect more sterling volatility, not to mention lower growth expectations. At Columbia Threadneedle Investments, we'd like to reassure investors in all our funds that you do not need to take any immediate action regarding your investments as a result of the UK referendum. We're a well-established active fund manager that's focused on implementing any changes we need to make, and we'll keep you informed as this work progresses. Our priority is to provide clarity and certainty for investors in our funds as soon as possible, and to ensure that any changes that might be needed are taken care of with minimum disruption for you. There's more on the UK referendum at columbiathreadneedle.com. See you next week.